What's up, guys? It's your boy Killer App here with another top 10 fastest verses. This time we're going to be looking at the double S split second, the Lyrical Akuma. You already know what it is. A lot of you have been requesting him, and actually today his Project Akuma album came out and it was fire. I suggest everyone check that out. Fortunately for me, none of those songs ended up being fast enough for this list, but the songs are actually fantastic. Lyrical Complex tells you everything you need to know about Split Second as an artist, his style, everything. Lyrical Complex, fantastic song off that album, my personal favorite. Probably his favorite song that I've ever heard from him. Which kind of is going to defeat the idea of me doing him as a fastest rapper, because yes, he does a lot of fast technical rapping, but he's similar to DNA in that that's just an aspect of his style, but he's actually a great lyricist. He's very like punchline, metaphor driven sort of thing, and it's fantastic. But we're here to talk about speed, and this guy goes crazy fast. Here's the formula, as you all know, and if you don't, make sure to click that link that's going to pop up in the top right corner, and it'll give you all the explanation you need. And without further ado, let's get into number 10. Oh man, Underground Chopper 6 at number 10, already at 13.9 syllables per second. So I mentioned he goes real fast. For those, like, if you remember the Busy Bone, Twista, Tech 9, all those videos, 13 syllables per second is like toward the top end. Some of these rappers don't even reach that, and here he is starting it off at that. Underground Chopper is going to be a staple of the series because Split Second, while he does rap very fast often, again, it's not the fundamental core to his style, so often he has little bursts of speed, but it's not like overwhelming. On to number 9. Cookies, assalamu alaikum. Yo, split chill. But the speeder really couldn't wait to be breaking. Instead of leaving them dead right, they're gonna be dead wrong. So there's a bit of a set of a coffin that they know that they were gravely mistaken. Lyrical Akuma, you're the best is coming on. You don't want nothing to do with the sets I'm bombing on. When are you finally gonna accept it? I'm a don. Witnessing the double S phenomenon. Have you performing an active sacrilegious sex and rhyming and explode whenever the lyrical explode. Yes, I'm rhyming on. Through the verbalism, breaking the murder with a Wreckronomicon. Instead of really itch. Whoa. And there we have Wreckronomicon Choppers at 14 syllables per second at number 9. As I said, this guy's nuts. You'll notice that actually he has some very interesting rhyme structure, and is like his verse kind of flowed from one field to another over the course of it, built an intensity, etc. It's just a kind of a testament to his writing style. He's actually a good writer, similar to DNA, who was also on this track, as I mentioned. So yeah, number 8.
To all the you foreign people, you cover the harness of a rubber, I get a bird. You think you're gonna be needed to find better words. So cover some of the parts, rather than you spit it with it, speaking to remind me of a tribe like a herb. What am I gonna do with a cat? Stop it, tell the events when I be jumping up on the cat, because you better get ready to back up, put everybody in the vicinity and back it up once you get better disappear when you hit the 5 letter word.
Here we have what sounds like one of his older tracks, SPLYT, 14.4 syllables per second. For those of you who don't know, those letters, they're in his name as well. They stand for speed, precision, lyricism, yarn together. He let us know in an interview he did recently, and I think that's very interesting. I don't know, I think it's cool. But yeah, one of his older tracks, pretty good. Interesting beat, but overall, it is what it is. Let's get on, number 7.
To be gonna become a part of the next recipe. Kill them. Back it, take it, make it, on side with defeat. Never wanna get up with the gun, get a little bit of cover the blood, look at it with the sun to the side of the street. Yeah. Open the door and kick them out, never close it again, bring it full intensity so that they die with the heat.
Okay, Underground Choppers 1, another classic of the Underground Chopper series, and he hits 14.8 syllables per second, which is nuts. I mean, there's not much to say about this song. Everyone knows about this by now. If you don't, please check it out. It's a dope fire track. It's like it's a good exposure to all of the, I guess, the modern fast rappers that like the new wave. Even though it's fairly old by now, but still, if you're relatively new like I was when I started doing these videos, then this is a good start. So on with it, number 6.
Triple sanity, forget insanity, play for the planet when I flee, I'll be leaving the cannon in. Boom! I'm a son of when they hit them in organs of the body, give it a body to the side, when I'm time and harder and harder. Scatter about the body, love the body, we get a party, get a water bottle of water, the moment I started to slaughter. Double lesson, double helix, secret of double chromosome, coming to put it down, when you listen to the sound of an M1 Vulcan, ready to get round, start another round.
Whew. Man, you guys should check out the rest of that verse too. It's fire. I took the version on his on his YouTube page because I like the beat on that a little bit better, just because it's a little more toned down. But yeah, Underground Chopper 7 recently released. Check that out as well. Fire track. One of the best verses on that for sure, Split Second, because again, one of the things that I really like about him is the fact that he writes his verses with like more structure and like more intention than a lot of like fast rappers. Even compared to some of the verses on this song, well, most of them were fairly good. I felt like some of them were directionless. This one was fantastic, stood out in that sense. And also he's so clear when he raps, you can hear everything. But yeah, number 5, on with it.
Without him, so it's a piece of my ego. Hit him again and then he'll be taking another hit of the weak smoke. Speed it up a little bit faster, so I'm giving him a heat stroke. Spark it up and light it with a master with the beat and also with development, so I knock him out of tuxedo.
A very short clip because this was from a relatively old song. I didn't really go that fast in it. SMAK featuring each of the initials of the rappers on the song. 15.17 syllables per second. Starting to get into these odd note groupings, 7 in this case. You'll notice Split Second, when he raps fast, one of the things while he can, of course, keep a consistent rhythm and shred it up like that, I find that he often does like chunks of a certain rhythm, chunks of a different rhythm. He kind of floats between various speeds, which I think is actually very interesting and somewhat difficult to do actually if you try. It's much easier to just rap blah, 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 at one speed rather than, you know, switch it up like he does. And that's one of the things that like someone like Tech 9 does better than basically anyone else. He's jumping between different flows and rhythms. Split Second clearly is influenced by that style, executes it very well. Yeah, it is what it is. Number 4.
All of the time that I get waited. Allow me to wait at the bottom of the cameras, run up on the honest with them, but a bunch of rappers down on the phone, the top of the government, show me the front of the top of the top of the top of the top of the top, I'm watching the tongue, and flipping up the last, and I'm the soul, get the love of the capital, the pen, to give it about control, the fun of the force of the one to the south, get to be very how it evolves, and never just been the top of the top, move the second top of the walls, second to be reckoning with little spiders that go, we're bringing it to the underground shop.
Did you hear that segment at the end there where it was like a snake slithering in and out of the beat? It was crazy. He hits an astounding 15.75 syllables per second there. Underground Choppers 2, again, another one of those classics in the Underground Chopper series. He's been on every single one of them. That's probably why you're seeing so many of them in this list. But you know, I guess it's a testament to his skill as a rapper. He's been selected for each one. It is what it is. Let's get on with it. Number 3.
Particular requirement, me give it a bunch of behind, but I put it as impeccable, the lyrics that are covering up. The wickedest people loving the top forever with such an attitude, need adjusting. You seen a rapper that never give up, but living in it and us, you get a better chance of every thus, jump at the time of the track that wicked American does.
Whew. Another one of those tracks where he hits those weird flows and rhythms, dropping atomic bombs on the track. That part right there, you can hear it was a little different, right? You could tell that's where the 7 came in. 16.28 syllables per second. Surprise, surprise, Underground Choppers 4 this time. But I promise, no more Underground Choppers. Which is surprising, isn't it? His 2 fastest songs aren't actually Underground Choppers, so let's check it out. Number 2.
That's the basic inhabitants of the planet. I have no control of that. Remember the hobby is fun and decide, having to break it to burn away. But it gotta be that it was like in the gravity, laughing to burn away. The book of money, people get in the truck and strip it a little bit of burn away. Like that's off from Kevin Hart, you get a nigga no learn today.
What a spaz, dude. What a spaz. This Darkside, you might remember this instrumental, this song kind of from DNA's, because DNA hit the same speed, 16.67 syllables per second. It was his number 1. So Split Second actually manages to reach, at least of the songs that I found, a bit faster than DNA. But in any case, what a crazy track. Why did they both decide to go ballistic on this? And you heard that bit in the middle there. It was just so clear. It's like, it's clearer than some of the songs that were slower than it, but it's just a matter of the execution, I guess. And he just happened to just kill it in this. Alright. What can possibly be faster than this? Actually, if you're a Split Second fan, you might have a good idea. Let's check it out. Number 1.
In live and used it to build the club surface, my speed that your bar still wouldn't be as hot as mine. Murder gets set, the level of skill is how I determine respect. I would consider it a miracle, miracle, the number, us the most that I concern with a breath like yo. I'm the juggernaut with the head of cover, the devil, the place that I come back when I do it the same. You could have been the hottest rapper, dead or alive, not alive, because I just burned you to death.
Woo! Oh my gosh, I don't know what. I guess this was for a Cypher audition for the Railroad Underground. And I guess he had to let him know why they call him Split Second outside of that, you know, the cool acronym I told you earlier. He raps really freaking fast. 18 syllables per second in this clip. Not much more to say about this guy. He raps very fast, but he does so with a lot of technique, and his music is actually really good. Recently released a video for All the Way, which I think is a great song, has a good chorus. And also today, at least as of this video being recorded on October 24th, he released the Project Akuma tape on Spotify, SoundCloud, I guess, whatever his stuff is. I'm sure you can find it if you go on Spotify. But it was actually really good. I enjoyed the music on that. He manages to like fuse like a mainstream sound sort of with his technical rapping style and make it seem authentic, and that I thought was quite something. Everyone should check that out. Quite the show on that album. Almost every track has something noteworthy about it. Lyricist Complex. I think I said Lyrical Complex earlier. I think it's Lyricist Complex. Great song, my favorite. And then the other one that I really enjoyed was You Ain't Ill or Feeling Ill or something. Anyway, you'll know what I mean when you hear it. He's pretending to be a doctor, and it's a hilarious skit, but it just ends up being a great song and well executed. Enough about that. Go check it out. I'll link it in the description to Spotify, I guess, and his YouTube. Check him out. And as always, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who I should do next. Crazy Bone I might do next between your suggestions and this, but I'm sure you guys will like Crazy Bone. He's crazy. Bone. Sorry. Go on with it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. It is what it is. This is Killer App signing out. Peace out.